Alright, hi everybody, it's Ball Guy 922. I know this is weird, but get used to it, motherfuckers. This is something new I'm gonna try. As you can tell from this video, there's a background. It's my logo, see? You see? It's my logo. Yeah. I'm gonna try this. Because I have photo booth and I figured I'd do this. It's something new. Um I'll do it like this, which is the Bleach review, and the One Piece chapter review, and I'll see what response it gets. And if it gets a good response, I'll continue it. So yeah, Bleach. It's time. Let's go. Um, Chapter 536. This one was called, I believe, June. What again? Let me just go in on that. June. Um, June Truth. Yes, that's right. June Truth. Now, this one I want to give a 4. But I don't know. You know what I mean? This is gonna be weird. Oh, wait, okay. Looks weird here. Well, the reason why I'm stumped on what to give this chapter is because of what was shown in this chapter. See, there was a scene that Kubo put in that is like, okay, what's this? Boobies. Yeah, boobies. Boobies like titties. Full-blown nudity of Misaki in like the beginning part of this chapter. So that kind of pushes me away from giving this a really high rating. But nevertheless, actually, Manga Stream is really good. Manga here took a horrible job of the translation. There was an extra page they didn't show, which was Ishin saying, "Oh hi, Mr. Hollow," and he's saying, "Tell him that Hollow, you'll have to go through me to get the girl," and then he does you're just a big floating head. He says, "Gets a Tensho," and he destroys it. Then after that, we have the rest of the chapter, which is basically him destroying the Hollow Face, and then we have the scene. Oh my god, she's fucking nude. It's just full blown, just right there. Titties. So ridiculous. But nevertheless, that's what was shown. Now, the conversation he has with Misaki's kind of weird. He's like, she's asking all them questions and everything, and she's like, "A woman in her birthday suit should not be acting so casually." And he says, "I want to know your name." And it's like boobies, like tits, right there. I'm like, come on, Misaki, seriously. It's my logo. Anyway, so, and that's what she basically says. And then with the rest of the chapter, it's just her waking up. She's like, so on and so forth. And Kisuke tells Ishin that she's no longer in mortal danger. And he says, "What a relief." And it is funny. She says, "He threw a fit because he saw my boobies." And I'm like, give me a break. And then the rest of the chapter then after that it says June Truth. Chapter 536, Everything But the Rain, Op. 9. And then we see Ryukin and Katagiri. Now, pretty much from what happened with Ishin and Misaki, it's most likely a given that Katagiri is going to be Ryukin's wife. That's what it seems to me. That's hook, line, and sinker. That is what's going to go down. So, and a few words are said between them, saying, "Oh, you left Misaki in care of the Shinigami." Yes. I'll tell mother once we return. I'm not fit to be led as Quincy. Um, and he argues with Katagiri, saying, you don't need to be by my side, and saying he's not fit for Quincy. And she says, I'll not do such a thing. I refuse. I will not leave your side, young master. It is my duty to protect you at all costs. And she's devoted herself to him and says, I beg of you, do not despair. Seeing you this way is too much for my heart to take. Your tears, Katagiri. I'll be okay. And then basically she says, he's telling her, let's go home and everything. And she says, of course, young master. And that just tells me that, yeah, he's gonna go with her. It's pretty much a done deal with that. I'm pretty sure. I don't see it going any other way than that. The rest of the chapter is just an explanation to, and this is Ishin talking to Ichigo, telling him shortly after was allowed to leave the Ishida household after graduating high school because she was tainted with the hollows and everything and all that business, and that Ryukin had the final word on that, and that he wanted to make a total break from his feelings towards Misaki. And then he says, as for your old man, the old man, uh, he says that he only subject to pay attention to at the Ryujutsu spirit technique. Academy was medicine. So that's when he decided to open a clinic, and he got some coaching from Urahara, was able to manage, and he was saying that Misaki would always, while Misaki was attending the university, she would come by and mock me, coming from a white outfit. And he also told Ichigo that he told a lie to Misaki, but she already knew the reason why Ishin lost his powers and everything. So it wasn't like a big secret. She knew. She knew. There was no secret behind this. She knew what was going on, and so on and so forth. After that, there's an interesting part where he tells Ichigo, saying how, that Misaki was she was my son, After realizing them in a movie theater, realizing she was my son, she guided me with her light. She did all of this without even trying. I was simply happy to be in her orbit. Before we knew it, you were born! Yeah, that's great. And you know the rest. The encounter with... He's basically telling him, you know the rest. Your encounterment with Rukia due to Aizen's plan. And then, you're training with Urahara. You gain your Zanbakuto. Now, what he also tells Ichigo is pretty much a given. Was pretty much a given, a guarantee that once you gained, the Zanbakuto, well, not Zanbakuto, the hollow powers, unleashed them. That broke the Reishi chain between the shell that was placed to cover the hollow and the hollow. That was broken. And my Shinigami powers returned to me after 20 years. And that's pretty much what he also tells Ichigo here. Form as well. In fact, your hollow began to awaken, meant that my Reishi could not longer keep it at bay. Hollow broke. The Reishi that had linked my shell to the hollow officially broke. And by then, after a 20-year gap, my Shinigami powers returned me. And he says that I don't need to spoon feed you everything about this. However, there is one important thing I should... And he's talking about this date, June 17th, 19 years ago. It's the day they are talking right now. The day his mother died. And it was 9 years ago this day, June 17th, that your mother died. And basically saying, listen closely, I'm about to tell you what really killed your mother that day. And it says on the side, his father finally comes clean. And that's the end of the chapter. Now, I'm not going to give this a 4. I want to give this a 4. but I'm going to hold off until next week. Now, overall, from what I see, if Grant Fisher, and I might do a video response, I might do a discussion video during the week on this. Maybe I'll do it on Monday or Tuesday, who knows, on this topic. If Grant Fisher wasn't the reason that she died, you gotta wonder what is. Speculation ensues. Now, I'm gonna give this a 3.5. This was good. I like the clarification. I like how everything was laid out. This flashback was done well. Kubo. Kudos. Kudos to Kubo for doing this great. For doing this proper. Explaining everything in this flashback. Everything. But now comes the real challenge. What killed his mother? What killed Misaki Kurosaki? That's the real question. Now, I have no idea. If it's Aizen, holy shit, is that gonna be a clusterfuck? If it's Aizen. I tell you people right now, if it's Aizen, watch out. If it's Aizen. Because if it's Aizen, we're going to have craziness beyond craziness. But personally, I don't know. It could have been Aizen. It could have been somebody else. But we're going to find out next week. And this is meat and bones, people. The meat and bones of it. Of everything. Everyone speculated since the beginning of this series. What killed Ichigo's mother? What was it? Exactly. What was it? You know? But like I said before, there was some fan service, and that's the reason I'm giving it a 3.5 instead of a 4. Part of the reason. But I just think next week's going to be so much better than this week. Next week is going to be like, oh shit, boom, you know? Once we find out, it's going to be like, holy shit, you know? It's going to be just a big, huge what the fuck, you know? Once we find out. So, we'll see. But I like this chapter, 3.5 out of 5. The fan service, it was alright. Kubo barely does fan service. Let me tell you guys right now. Barely does fan service. I mean, the only fan service you get from Kubo is Rangiku, Orihime, Dorichi? I mean, there's barely any fan service in Bleach. Earlier on there was. Not now. He barely does it, Kubo. He's very toned down on it. Hero does it, but not Kubo. He's very toned down on it. So yeah. And that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, this was a good chapter. I liked how they did it. They explained a lot of things. Not only, and the thing I really liked about this chapter, they explained, oh, you know, how Ishin got his powers back, how they were, you know, which makes sense, and, you know, everything else. And the events, he even explained what happened after that situation, what happened later on, and then he was born, and, you know, that stuff. So, this was done well, 3.5 out of 5, and that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, you know, this is, next week we find out the big thing. Who killed Misaki Kurosaki? Who killed Misaki? Like, who killed Bill? Who killed Misaki? That's going to be huge. Fucking huge. Also, as a bonus, please tell me, people, do you like what's going on here with this logo in the background? Tell me what you guys think. I want to know. I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you want me to keep doing it, or do you want me to stop it? You know? Question. Put it in the comments section and tell me what you guys think about it. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys from Bankai 922. A little fan service in this one, but hey, it wasn't tasteless. It was done okay. And Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. We'll see next week who killed Misaki. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below as well as that too. Okay? See ya.